How y'all doing? So we're gonna tap into 444. I mean 444. 44 on the timer as I looked up. We're gonna tap into this energy. What I was talking about earlier. We're gonna dive more into it. But yeah, so like I was saying earlier in my last little live, I got a download yesterday when I was taking a shower, right? And hepatitis C, like I said, hepatitis C popped in my head. So I'm like, hepatitis C? The fuck? And I was like, all right. I was like, what's hepatitis C? I'm like, I was trying to figure out what kind of like illness that is. 144, as I look up at the timer again. I was trying to figure out what kind of illness that is. I was like, I was telling the spirit while I was taking a shower. I was like, you always give me some down. So when I got out the shower yesterday, there's somebody's already trying to my life. Like you watching me without actually watching me. You watching me without clicking on my live and you trying to distort my energy. Like go somewhere please. But anyway. So when I was doing a little, you know, research into the hepatitis C, it was saying that it's a illness or a virus that is caused by a blood-to-blood transfusion. So the only way you could get hepatitis if you got in contact with somebody else's blood that was sick. 244 to look up. So when I was doing a little bit more, I started digging in. I was like, how can you contract hepatitis, period, or hepatitis C? Because that's what came in my head. It said through blood through blood. So the use of drugs. So using the same tools for drugs. I'm not gonna go into it. We already know. So basically, somebody's shooting up, and they're sharing the same instrument with another, or it could have been given sexually. Even though hepatitis C is not STI or STD, it still can be you can still get it having sex if somebody's blood. So somebody could have had sexual intercourse on their period. The dog barking. Somebody could have been on their period doing sex. Somebody could have been doing blood magic. Confirmation and the sirens. I said blood magic and the dog starts barking. So somebody contracted hepatitis C from this blood magic ritual. Somebody got hepatitis C. And then when I woke up, 435, when I woke up today, my bracelet, this bracelet that I keep on my ankle, I don't take it off. I take a shower and everything. Real quick, just show it. I'm not going to show exactly what it is. I just want to show you the bracelet. It's on an elastic, right? A good strong one. I made the bracelet. I woke up and I felt the little bead. I woke up to the little bead. I woke up and I was like, what the fuck is this? And when I went like this, it was the beads. And I'm like, what the fuck? My bracelet came off. I was like, oh shit, my bracelet broke. But then when I find the entire bracelet, I was like, my bracelet didn't break. I was like, my bracelet didn't break. It inside itself. I'm going to repeat this again because every time somebody's messing with my damn thing, my whole video, what I say don't come out. So we're going to say this again. I had a download yesterday in the shower with the word hepatitis hepatitis C, right? And when I did my research into hepatitis C, what kind of illness it was. It's a virus that causes an inflammation to the liver. It's treatable. It's something that could be cured and treatable, but if you don't cure it or treat it, then I just heard deadly. I don't know. And when I was doing some research on how you can contract hepatitis C, it's saying through drugs, blood to blood transfusion. You can only be giving it through the blood. You can only get it through blood, contacting blood. So you touching somebody else's blood, you're coming in contact with somebody else's blood. So it says drug use, and you can also get it by having sex. If maybe somebody's going through their menstrual cycle. But then I just said blood magic, and then the dog started barking, and then the siren started. I don't know if that's still going to pick up on the thing because they messing with my video. But so somebody could have contracted hepatitis C through a blood ritual. And then when I woke up today, my bracelet on my ankle was off my ankle. I thought it was broken. And when I look at the string, it just untied itself. It loosened itself. It released itself from it. It got released from it's the knot. And all this, and some of the pieces were scattered. But the thing about this bracelet is magnetic. So I didn't lose all my pieces. And my elastic is strong. The rubber band that I got it on, the piece that I got it on, is a very strong elastic. I don't take this bracelet off. I take a shower in this bracelet. I shave my legs with the bracelet on. I don't take the bracelet off. So the fact that the string did not break and it only loosened tells me that something has been released. Something has been untied as far as my energy goes. Or this could be generally speaking. But something has been loosened. Something has been tied. Something has been released. A knot has been untied. Something that was knotted is untied. And something was set free is what I'm getting. And because something is magnetic, because bracelet is magnetic and the string is magnetic. I mean, the string is magnetic. The bracelet, the pieces to the bracelet are magnetic and the string is strong, is giving me a metaphor of strength. Being so strong that you were able to mend, or I was able to mend back together because of the magnetism. Confirmation with the sirens. If you could hear it. So I decided to tap into the energy of this hepatitis C and my whatever energy that of my bracelet unloosening, unraveling. Also, something is unraveling because the knot unraveled for it to come loose. So something is also unraveling. I don't have no more index cards, so I can't write these words down. But something's unraveling. And I only watched 2 readings today so far. I've been up early. I've been working up fucking early lately. But I only watched 2 readings. And one of the readings gave me a confirmation. And it always gives me a confirmation because they always say, whatever you did worked. Right? So being that I've already did it already, I'm just going to say what I did. Yesterday was the last moon cycle. Last quarter moon cycle. And yesterday all day I felt somebody pulling on my fucking energy like there was no tomorrow. I felt the pull. Somebody wanted me to be tired. Somebody wanted me to feel so drained. Oh, and that's how I felt. That's exactly how I felt. That I kept saying, somebody, I said, I feel fucking drained. That I couldn't be in this house. I needed to get the fuck out of the house, but it didn't work out that way. And I didn't have no service on my phone because my service cut off the day before yesterday. And I have no Wi-Fi here, so I can't watch TV. I haven't been able to watch TV in about a month or 2 months. Because either the service is fucked up or somebody's messing with the Wi-Fi. So me relaxing to watch TV, I haven't been able to do that. So, but I was able to get my phone bill paid yesterday. I was able to try to attempt to make money to get my phone bill the day before yesterday. And I'm back online today. And my bracelet is fixed. It didn't break. I got to fix my bracelet again. And take 2 notches off because I didn't have to put all the pieces because it was really, really loose. So I was actually able to make it just right. So yeah. Now it's a little bit better and sitting where it's supposed to. But yeah, man. So that's the energy. And I'm going to tap in. So we're going to tap in. Enough talking. Oh. And then, wait, something else happened yesterday. I'm going to talk about. And I recorded his ass. I don't know if I should put him online. I don't know if I should fucking put the video online or not. I'm probably just going to keep it for just documentation. So yesterday, I went outside real quick to go to the store. To run to the supermarket, and how this stupid ass, one of the Dumb and Dumber's asses from upstairs, decides he want to go to the supermarket too. He want to walk outside at the same time I walk outside and walk there to the same supermarket that I'm walking to. He literally left his apartment right after I left my apartment. Walked out the outside door right after I walked out the outside door. Then I turned around and I looked up. I'm like, look, I walked around. I turned back and I was like, huh. And I just opened my phone and I started recording. Like, this is my upstairs neighbor. He's following me. He's like, I'm not following you. I said, so then why you walk out the building as soon as I walk out the building? Because I'm going to the supermarket. You have to go to the supermarket at the same time that I'm going to the store? No, you were following me. That's what the fuck you were doing. You could sugarcoat it all you want. You could front all you want. You could cover it up and say, oh no, I was just going to the store. There's no coincidence that I leave my apartment and he leaves right after me. There's no coincidence that there's a bunch of other supermarkets in this block, but yeah, you walking down the same fucking block that I'm walking to, same supermarket that I'm walking to. You know my ass said? I said, you want some supermarket? All right. I took my ass to the other supermarket. And then I come across a reading talking about somebody trying to put something in your way, in your path, like put something somebody to step over. I've come across a lot of things that I know that people have put in my path, and I just look at it. And you know what I do? I spit on the floor. I spit on the floor. Wow, look. Path 1515, as I say this and I split the deck, it says your path may be bumpy, but this will alter soon. That energy don't lie. Then I see energy don't lie. I just finished talking about path, right? I just split the deck to this deck, and because I'm just playing with the deck in my hand, and the message is look at that. Confirmation. Collective, let me stop. Look, it's time to move forward. Come on, man. Anyway, the lighter fell. The lighter fell, so something fell. Something's falling. Anyway, let me stop rambling. Let me stop rambling. And let me tap into this energy. Because now I'm feeling it. So let's tap in. Let's tap in. Let's tap in, collective. Let's tap in. Let's see what the spirits, the Most High, divine, ancestors, angels, or let's see what the message is. I just picked up the deck to shuffle it, and it says they're in the shadows and they're about to piss themselves, collective. That's what I seen. And they're imagining their own ending. They're in the shadows. This is the words that the cards I'm seeing as I'm shuffling. They're in the shadows. They're about to piss themselves. Because whatever moon magic ritual they did left a big mess. They feeling naked and afraid, and they're imagining their own death, funeral, and ending because they were devoted to this. Yeah, they're out here trying to make bargains and deals. An ex-boyfriend or girlfriend with the uncle related. They bit the date time gap and they're going outside. That's what I'm seeing as I'm shuffling. Yeah, this shallow howl has no more piles, and I've seen July in reverse. It's the end of the road I'm seeing. So let's see if that's the messages that come out when I mess with this deck. But we're gonna see what the energy, angels, ancestors, spirits of the divine. White light, please provide me with some insight. Continue with the energy and the message that you have for the collective. Take what resonates. Don't make anything stick, or it will make you sick. And you already know, if you watch me with a good heart and good intentions, you are blessed and protected. But if you watch me with any ill will or malintentions, all evil eyes will blind 144,000 times. Already, two cards already came out. Let's do that again. What is the energy for the collective? I see balance. We got balance. It says, I bring a state of perfect harmony to my world, and I do so without judgment. So you've been bringing balance into your world. Okay. Excuse me. Excuse me again. You are very balanced and grounded. Yeah, love, because you have a lot of love in your heart. Self-love. You love yourself. You love people. You got balance and love, collective. This is your energy. And balance, love, and accept energy, collective. You don't have any more fear. Fear is in the reverse. Self-esteem in the reverse. You have high self-esteem and no fear. And you're very patient. So right now, the energy for the collective is balance, love, and acceptance. You have came to some type of acceptance, which brought you some type of self-love, which has balanced you out. You commit to the practice of seeing the good in all things, and you are learning to accept things that cannot be changed. Yeah, so basically you became balanced because you understood that you couldn't change certain things, and you committed to love. You committed to self-love. You committed to being in a high vibrant energy. You saw the good in the bad. You saw the good in the struggles. Because it's saying learning to accept things that cannot change. So you learn to accept the things that you cannot change. So your struggles, Okay, your struggles, you learn to accept it, and you practice balance. And with the fear coming out in the reverse, you let go of some type of fear. Maybe you were judging yourself because it says, I do so without judgment. You could have been judging yourself in some way, shape, or form. I bring a state of perfect harmony. So you brought harmony in yourself, in your world, in your life, because you learned to accept the things that you couldn't change. And you practice self-love. Yeah, I split the deck again, and it comes into fear in the reverse. Yeah, fear and doubt in the reverse. You let go of fear and doubt. It says, I realize that I am testing my resolve to live in the energy of love. Look at that. I release the need to know all the answers. I am learning to accept the things that I cannot change. You released fear and you released doubt. I am correct in what I am saying. Thank you very much. Gratitude, and now you are grateful. I am thankful for this life and opportunities that it presents, and you are grateful that you let go of this fear and doubt and you let love in your life. So with that and the connection to the bracelet, not the bracelet breaking, the bracelet and releasing, unraveling, untying, unknotting, getting loose, something untied, something unraveled, something had to unravel for you to find balance, for you to practice self-love, for you to accept the things that you cannot change, and for you to release this fear and doubt so that you can live in gratitude, so you can be more grateful for life, so that it can bring opportunities to you. So now you're more grateful because you release a burden, or a burden has been released. The burden of fear and doubt has been released so that you can be in a balanced energy. That's what I'm getting. That's what I'm getting from that. Freedom, I saw. Growth, I saw. Failure in the reverse. Imagination. I understand that mistakes is only the opportunity to learn. And that's in the reverse. So you're balanced because you accepted the fact that whatever mistakes you made in your life were opportunities to learn. And you're grateful. And it has allowed you to release this fear and doubt. It has allowed you to tap into your imagination. I embrace and nourish the creative aspects of my mind. You were able to bring in some type of love in your life. You practice self-love, which allowed you to be more creative, accepting the things that you couldn't change. Moving forward, releasing fear, releasing doubt, and being grateful. Yeah, you put something to an end, a death. So you put something to an end. Death in the reverse. So something didn't end you. Whatever you were going through didn't end you. You are learning that endings are merely beginnings. So whatever this death that was supposed to happen was your beginning. So you let go of some ending or for success and abundance. Collective, because you released some type of fear and doubt, because you accepted something that you were unable to change, maybe a situation, a person, a circumstance. Because you released this, whatever death, whatever ending was supposed to happen to you was only a beginning. You're very grateful for this. And it brought you some type of success and abundance. It says, I know that there is no greater goal than to love. So yes, you practice self-love. You stood in the energy of love. This is why you're balanced. Because you accepted something. Something that you couldn't change, you accepted. And it brought you abundance. I am a limitless being, and I can manifest whatever I desire in the physical reality. So you basically came to a realization that you had to release fear, you had to release doubt. You had to release the fact that people do make mistakes, and mistakes is how you learn. And these mistakes did not bring an ending to you. It brought you success, gratitude, and abundance. Empathy, because you're somebody who's empathetic, and you could be somebody who's funny, humorous. I am open to seeing both sides of the situation. So you're someone who can see the both sides of the situation, okay? And you found something funny. So you saw both sides of the situation. You found it funny. And you remain patient. You choose to focus on the lighter side of life. And you accept things that happen in divine order. So you know that everything that happened to you was divine order. You knew that whatever you were going through was a test. You got fear, doubt, failure, and death all in the reverse. So yeah. But anyway, let's tap in. So collective, you found something funny, and you remain patient. And whatever it is. But let's tap in to see what that was. Vamos a ver. Vamos a ver. I'm going to use... I haven't used these in a minute. Let's use these cards. Let's clarify balance. Spirit, let's clarify balance. What's up with this balance? The collective decided to balance themselves and bring perfect harmony. Why? For the Ten of Pentacles, for family wealth. You decided to balance yourself out because you were trying to bring in some type of Ten of Pentacles. Your home improvement projects, family inheritance, traditions, family business, and social gatherings. So basically, your balance, you decided to balance yourself out because you decided to bring in a state of perfect harmony into your world because you try to bring in this Ten of Pentacles. And love. It says, commit and practice to seeing the good thing in all things. And we got Club Wands, ambition, business, achievement, success, action, passion, and inspiration. So you commit to practice and seeing all the good things and the good in all things. This is why you're going to have achievement and success because of your actions, because of your passion, because of your love for what you do, because of your inspiration, because of what you do. You could be an inspiration. You could be inspirational. You're very ambitious. You're about your business. So you're committed to being ambitious. You're committed to your business. You're committed to achieving some type of success. You're taking action. You're very passionate. Acceptance. The Hermit in the reverse. I'm learning to accept things that I cannot change. And the Hermit in reverse. Let me get my thing. Let me get my book. Because I forget what the Hermit in reverse is. I forget what the Hermit in the reverse is. The Hermit in the reverse is isolation, loneliness, feeling lost, disconnected, and reclusive. So you accepted the things that you cannot change. Maybe this isolation, maybe you could have been in isolation. That falling soul, yeah. So you accepted this, maybe this loneliness. You accepted some type of isolation. Let's see what it says on here real quick. With the Hermit in reverse coming out, somebody, this probably not your energy. I'm going to read the message on the card first. The Hermit in the upright is talking about introspection, solitude, withdrawal, retreat, a search for wisdom and introspection, contemplation, inner reflection, the benefit of time spent alone, going within, solitude, inner wisdom, guidance, and self-evaluation. So I'm gonna take it as you accepted that you had to sit in some type of isolation and some type of loneliness. To self-reflect. You accepted that you had to disconnect. You accepted that you had to pull your energy back. You came to some type of acceptance. You could have been in isolation mode, and you've accepted this isolation mode. You accepted that your energy, about your energy, having people out of your energy. You were doing a lot of self-reflecting. You were going within. You were getting wisdom. So with this love you practice, with this love of you being ambitious, so basically you're balanced because you wanted some type of family wealth. You practiced, so you were very, what's the word that I'm looking for? Not dedicated. Oh, damn. What's the word I'm looking for? Consistent. Sad. I don't know why I couldn't think of the word. You were very consistent with the things that you were doing so that you could achieve this family wealth, home improvement, this balance, this love, this self-love. And you accepted whatever mistakes, whatever you were going through, you accepted it. You accepted that you have to put yourself in isolation so that you can achieve this family wealth, this success. So basically you were healing. You went inward to heal, and you accepted that you needed to heal. You accepted that you needed to be in solitude to grow. You could be a Virgo or have Virgo in your chart. Imagination. We got the Queen of Cups. You're a loving, caring, kind person. You could be a psychic. You could be a healer. You could have a lot of imagination. You embrace and nourish the creative aspects of your mind. You're a Queen of Cups energy. You're a psychic. You're a healer. You're a homebody. You're loving, supportive. You're somebody to turn to for a listening ear because you embrace and nourish the creative aspects of your mind and others. Fear. So you let go of the fear that you could not receive. So you let go of some type of fear. It says, I realize that I am testing my resolve to live in the energy of love. You let go of that so that you can get some type of 10 of cups, wish fulfillment. Home atmosphere remains happy, family, love, achievement, and emotional peak. You let go of some type of fear so that you can be happy. We got 10-10. This is confirmation for the 10 of Pentacles. This is confirmation for fear. You let go of fear so that you can be fulfilled, satisfied, have some type of wish fulfillment when it comes to family, wealth, fulfillment, home improvement in your home. You let go of doubt so that you can receive the world. You release the need to know all the answers, and this started an ending of a cycle, a major change of self-actualization. You started absorbing the lessons and wisdom. You have some type of completion and fulfillment. You're ready for the next phase of your journey, and you're exactly where you're meant to be because you released this doubt of needing to know all the answers. Failure in reverse. So with the world clarifying the clubs and wands energy with this action, business, achievement, success, you took action, you had a lot of passion and inspiration, which is why there's an ending to this cycle that you're going through. This is why there's going to be a major change because you absorbed the lesson. You learned the lesson. You're getting justice. Empress. I could also take this energy, if we want to go into this karmic energy with the Empress, clarifying in reverse, and just clarifying the failure in the reverse. If I take this into karmic energy, there's somebody out here. There could be a Virgo energy, a hermit that's in the reverse. And the hermit in reverse on this pamphlet is somebody of corruption, treason. And this lands on acceptance. There's a Virgo energy, a hermit in the reverse, somebody who's corrupt, who does not accept confirmation sirens. There's a Virgo in the reverse that cannot come 3838 as I look at the timer. There's a Virgo that's in reverse, somebody who's corrupt, an energy of corruption that cannot come to some type of acceptance that they cannot change. They have to accept the things they cannot change. And what they cannot change, collective, is that you're still getting your 10 of Pentacles and that you're still getting your 10 of Cups and that you're a psychic healer that people listen to. They don't want to accept that. And they could have been trying to bring some type of fear to you when it came to your wish fulfillment, and that didn't work because the fear is in the reverse. They could have been trying to bring some type of doubt to your world, and that didn't work because the doubt is in the reverse. They could have been trying to bring you some type of failure, and that didn't work. You're getting justice for them trying to bring some type of failure in your life. Fairness, moral sensitivity, karma, attention to detail, truth, balance, and the objectivity. Sacred truth and inner knowing. I understand that a mistake is only an opportunity to learn. These people didn't learn from their mistakes, and you're getting justice from their mistakes. From this Virgo or a Capricorn energy, or you could be a Capricorn. Somebody, we got the death in the reverse. Empress, clarifying death, and this Queen of Hearts. Queen of Hearts. Queen of Cups energy. Psychic healer, Empress. They tried to bring a death to an Empress. And it only brought a beginning. Nurture the great mother, fertility, compassion, beauty, and love. A high priestess on earth. Mysterious powers and magnetism, vitality, or life force. And this connecting with what I said with my bracelet. My bracelet is magnetic. They were unable to bring 40-50. They were unable to bring a death to a Queen of Cups, Empress energy, a psychic healer, someone who people listen to, someone who is loving, and someone who has an imagination, someone who nourishes the creative aspects of their mind. There's a Queen of Cups, Empress energy that's getting a victory. Six of Wands, success. This confirms success. There's a freaking Queen of Cups, Empress energy, water sign energy, Libra, Cancer, Pisces, or Scorpio energy that could be getting a victory. Success. This says success in what you had set out to do. Success, good exam results, and this is success card. Success, confirming success, and that's under the 10 of Pentacles and the 10 of Cups. Success and 6 of Wands, victory. 6 is abundance, represents abundance. What else for the gratitude? Gratitude, 6 of Swords. I mean 6 of Swords. Not the 6 of Swords. The Page of Swords, the Jack of Swords, the Jack of Spades represents the Jack of Spades represents the page, the excuse me. Yes. The Jack of Swords or the Jack of Spades represents the page and the Knight of Swords. Okay? So the Page of Swords is someone who is spying on you. They got eyes on you that was trying to battle with you. But that also means that whoever is watching you, somebody is watching them. Or they can have some type of eyes on you, somebody watching you. And then the Knight of Swords is somebody that's trying to come in hasty to cause some type of adversity in your world. And this lands on gratitude. And we got a rebel, immature, bossy, unemotional, someone on a mission, single-minded individual. And then we got clever, sarcastic, and intelligent. So you're someone who's clever, sarcastic, and intelligent. You could be a rebel as well. But there is some type of immature, bossy, unemotional energy that's not grateful. They're not thankful for life and the opportunities that it presents. They're immature. That's why their career, this lands on abundance. This lands on abundance, and that's Diamond Pentacles in the reverse, career, financial concerns. Somebody's abundance in the reverse while you are a limitless being and you can manifest whatever you want and you desire in the physical reality. Someone cannot manifest what they want in the physical reality. Someone was trying to stop you from manifesting your career and finance. Yeah, somebody wanted you to have financial concerns when it came to your career. Yeah, they wanted you to have your enterprise in the reverse. We got the Club of Wands, a new enterprise, new things in offering, spark of inspiration, passion, a new love affair, an idea for a business or a life change. And then it says, I am open to seeing both sides of the situation. Okay, somebody, you knew what was going on. You knew the situation. Somebody did not want you to build your enterprise. Somebody was trying to stop a Queen of Cups, psychic healer, Empress energy from building an empire. Yeah, this is a Queen of Pentacles in the reverse. Organized, practical, ambition, efficient mother, female leader. They was trying to have a female leader in the reverse. Or this could be a Queen of Pentacles that was doing this. Yeah, their Wheel of Fortune is in the reverse. Somebody was trying, this is basically telling me that they wanted a Queen of Cups. This is what they wanted, because on the top, it's already telling us what we got already. On the top is saying 10 of Pentacles. You are going to receive some type of family wealth. Yeah. The top is all you. The bottom is what they wanted to happen to you. But they want it for you. For you, for me. The first two rows, I got first two rows of 4. And then the last row, 6 cards. Okay. You're going to receive some abundance. Family inheritance, family business, wealth. You're going to receive some type of family wealth because you're balanced. You poured in to whatever you were doing. You were very ambitious. You brought love into your life, which brought you to a situation where you had to accept something that was going on in your life that you couldn't change. And there's somebody in your life that does not want to accept something. They were very corrupt. You had to accept some type of corruption that was going on in your life with the hermit in the reverse. You knew there was some type of corruption that was going on in your life and you had to accept something. You had to come to the fact, come to terms with it. But as you came to terms with it, you went within and you self-reflected, which brought you balance and love, which brought you imagination, which brought your imagination, which brought your creativity, because you're a psychic, you're a healer. So they were attacking a psychic healer, Queen of Cups, somebody who's creative. It didn't stop you because whatever fear they were trying to bring to you is in the reverse, and you proceeded forward and you're getting your 10 of Cups. Your cups is being filled. This is a very emotional thing, emotional time for you as well. Yeah, and your world is about to be filled because you released some type of doubt. Somebody was trying to put some type of fear and doubt in you, and you released that, which brought you a 10 of Pentacles, 10 of Cups, the world energy, which brought you justice. Because you did not fail. Somebody was trying to make you fail. Somebody was trying to make you a failure, and it didn't. You got your justice for it because you are an Empress, and they were also trying to bring a death to an Empress. But this Empress got victory and success. The 6 of Wands, success. Then you got the Rebel, you got the Jack or Knight of Swords with this. You all get being bringing you, and you got somebody that's out here that's trying to be that's immature, that's bossy, unemotional, and someone was on a mission to have you not be thankful. Somebody wanted to stop these opportunities that were being presented to you. They were on a single-minded mission because you're somebody who's clever. You could be sarcastic, and then with the humor card coming out, you could be funny, intelligent. Yeah, and while you're receiving some type of abundance, somebody is not. Because somebody wanted you to have some type of financial concerns when it came to your abundance. Somebody did not want you to have some type of new business enterprise. Yeah, but you're empathetic. You're an empath. You can see both sides of the situation. And you saw both sides of the situation. It didn't stop you. That's why you're getting your justice. Because there's somebody, yeah. They was trying to have your new enterprise in reverse. They was trying to have your Pentacles in reverse, Queen of Pentacles in reverse. They was trying to have you unorganized. They didn't want you to be ambitious. They didn't want you to be a female leader. They didn't want you to be an efficient mother. But you out here, you started laughing at the bullshit. You decided to see the brightest 55005. Something's being mirrored back. You decided to see the brightest side of something. Yeah, and you were very patient because somebody was trying to have your Wheel of Fortune in the reverse. But you were a patient person. You accept things happen in divine order when it comes to your Wheel of Fortune. It says imminent, often positive change, inevitable season and cycle of life, beginning and ending, break old patterns, consistently revolving. Nothing is permanent and good or bad. You must cherish the lesson that this moment is bringing you. So somebody wanted you to be impatient about the lesson that you were learning in life. I'm not even gonna lie, I was getting there. But somebody wanted you to be impatient about the lessons that you were learning. You knew something was coming. You could have been having financial troubles. Your Wheel of Fortune could have been in reverse. But you were patient because you knew something was coming. And in these top rows, it lets us know that it's coming. It lets us know that you're getting the Ten of Pentacles. You're getting your Ten of Cups. You're getting justice. You're getting a victory. Eight of Pentacles, because you gained some new skill. You kept on working, collective, while they were doing all this stupid shit. You kept on working. You're using your hobby or skills for profit. A new job, change of career, undergoing training or teaching. And somebody's in the Five of Cups because of this. Because they're unable to move forward with the Six of Swords in the reverse. Because you're not in the Nine of Wands. You're not burdened. Somebody's in a loss and grief because you're in this Eight of Pentacles gaining a new skill and they're unable to move forward. Sadness, because sadness is ending for you, collective. Problems start to fade away. You're moving on. You're having a change of direction. You're traveling. You're putting the past behind you and someone's unable to do that. Someone's experiencing some type of breakup, relationship, meltdown, sadness, and depression. Because you're using your skills, your hobbies to gain profit. They were unable to stop you from doing that. They were unable to bring some type of fear, doubt, and failure and a death to something of you. We got the Nine of Wands in the reverse. They wanted you in the Nine of Wands. They wanted you stressed, determined. They wanted you stressed. And someone was determined to finish this task or fight. Yeah, now they worried. Now they in the Nine of Swords. They're in the Five of Cups and Nine of Swords. Because you're not in the Nine of Wands, you're in the Eight of Pentacles. You're in the Six of Wands and they're in the Six of Swords in reverse. Somebody's having nightmares, repetitive thoughts, problems, anxiety, depression. They can't sleep. Their health may be affected because their Three of Wands is in the reverse. Their foundation is in the reverse. The preparations, they aren't able to make any preparations. They can't. What are they going to prepare for? It says events will go well. Events are not going to go well for them because it's in the reverse. Events will go well. Colleagues and people around them. So they're having problems with the colleagues and people around them are not helpful. So the people around them are not helping them no more. It says you've done all you can. Hard work pays off. They did not put in any hard work. They didn't do anything. And their foundation is in the reverse. Yeah, the Devil in the reverse. The Star in the reverse. This could be a Capricorn or Aquarius energy. Somebody has no hope. They're unable to heal. They're not intuitive. They were impractical. There's no renewal. They didn't have any faith. Somebody's in their shadow self because they're materialistic, material, worldly pleasures. They're unhealthy. They have unhealthy relationships. They're entrapped. They're dependent. And they're currently restrained and feeling powerless. They have unhealthy patterns. They're very harmful. They do very harmful self-talk. They may have issues of addiction. And they feeling stuck right now. But this could be a Leo energy as well. They need to find some strength. They need to find some inner power. You got weakness. They could be feeling weak. They don't have the courage because they were very persistent. This could be a King of Wands in the reverse. Six of Pentacles in the reverse. They're not getting no more help. Four of Cups in the reverse from a community. They're not receiving any more help from a community. This could be a business owner. They could have been getting help. They could have been asking for charity in a community. They could have been asking for handouts in a community. Yeah, look at that. Hearts and Cups energy in the reverse. Love, happiness, friendship, relationship, emotions, feelings, fulfillment of love or loss is in the reverse. They don't have nobody. They're alone. The Magician is in the reverse. Because they've been put to a Two of Swords. There's some type of peace. So this Queen of Wands, King of Wands energy, Queen of Swords energy, as I'm looking through the deck. Somebody that was jealous and envious, abusing power, don't make money the right way. They could have summoned something. And every time they do spell work, it rains. Moon cycle cleanse. It did rain last night, I think. It was gonna rain today. Berserker, insane, going mad. They could be going mad. People lost all respect for these people or person. For this indecent proposal. The signs can no longer be ignored, collective. Because there's a time and a date gap. So this came out again. So this came out. Yeah, they got court. There's some type of time date. There's some type of time. Oh, I gotta pee. There's some type of date and time gap that they could be noticing in a court case. That got snip, that got cut off. And they're getting beat up by their own energy. Because they manipulated others. And you out here unbothered, collective. And these karmics is trapped. Because they did some type of graveyard magic. Womb magic. Yeah, they was in your lane. And now they all about to meet the coroner. This fire starter that was trying to enslave souls. They're unprotected, collective. It's over. They could be having car problems. This is a scammer. These are scammers. And they're going to prison. Wow, they locked up behind bars. They're going to prison or they are already. Upstairs neighbors. Reaping karmic cycle. This is the only fucking energy that came out. I don't... And I was about to finish this. This always happens every time I'm going to end the reading. A false prophet. They put you in the dirt, but God made dirt and dirt don't hurt. Spirit is walking amongst us, collective. Dumb and Dumber was devoted to doing this. Past work and home community. Fights is happening. And now they got to vacate the premises. Trying to deny claims and allegations. They wake up and go to sleep doing spell work. They in the panic room because I'm being liberated or you being liberated. From these crazy energy vampires that were paid to cause you harm. Because someone was on their high horse and now they're feeling like the jackass. And now they out here trying to make negotiations, but that shit is in the reverse. They were feeling very hopeful. But this abusive relationship is in the reverse. Because they don't have no reason to attack you. Plausible cause in the reverse. And now they're racing against time. A dysfunctional family. Did some type of moon ritual. Left a big mess. They trying to clean up, but traces is left behind. Downstairs neighbor that was rebelling and challenging authority. And now measures are being taken because they don't got no fucking magic. And they feeling naked and afraid. This undivine masculine and feminine energy that's out of control and is what you don't see is what I don't see. That these idiots try to make you a third-degree victim. And now they have an underlying illness. Because collective, they try to sacrifice you and sell you and you're not for sale. And now they're getting shunned out of a group, coven, organization, society, coven, clique, or family. And they watching you, a bunch of peeping toms that need medical assistance. And there's a bunch of rumors going around that these people are just naughty by nature. And they're evil. And they're holding a lot of animosity against you. For a social status, they were scheming for social status. They wanted to join the hate crowd. They were scheming because they wanted some type of social status. And now they've been backed into a corner and the rats is running. They're being devoured and it's about to be a fatal ending. They didn't realize the strength that you carry and they wanted a come up. But actually, they're getting ashes, dust to dust. They're getting disintegrated. They lost a grip of reality and they need to grow up. Murder for hire, somebody not related to you, a bunch of spiritual spies, now feeling alone because divine authority is in the house for this Brady Bunch gang and combined family. They're a bunch of lames. They buried you or me in the ground, but you sprouted a crown, collective. And they're being about to be taken out their misery because they're disloyal. They owe you or me restitution. This cocky energy that thought they was going to get away with it. With this witchcraft. Trying to cause you an eviction. In June, they were trying to get you evicted in June. They nasty. They were doing binding rituals on you. But they're getting bad news. That whatever they're doing is not working. Trying to disrupt your energy. Failed. Gang stalking in the reverse. And someone feels like their heart is being torn out. Because you a spiritual OG. We're a spiritual OG. They pocket watching a spiritual OG, collective. And they did not come correct in your energy. They shouldn't have came. And now they're getting blindsided. An informant is getting blindsided. Trying to make you look bad in the public. They were on a journey to Nowhereville. Because they siphoned untamed energy. Now they can't handle the power backlash. They can't handle the heat, collective. Because they was doing too much karmic pests. Now they're in their feelings. Because you've been upgraded. They out here sacrificing people and animals for money. To try to sabotage you. But their plan failed. Yeah, this copy, paste, and post troll wasted energy. Because someone passed away for the games that they played. An ex-boyfriend, ex-girlfriend. They got no more cards to play and they out of moves. These low lives. Collective, I'm going to end the reading there. My phone is at 5% because my battery is going to die. But yeah, they were trying to take you out in your dreams unaliving, doing chakra attacks, and they're the ones that's getting evicted now for this blood magic. They were being wicked with an aunt related, an ex-friend in an online community, and the next door neighbor as well. You got next door neighbor, upstairs neighbor, downstairs neighbor. This could be my energy, collective, or this could be your energy as well. But there's an ex-friend, an ex-boyfriend, an ex-girlfriend, an aunt related, an uncle related, upstairs neighbor, next door neighbor, and downstairs neighbor all came out at this reading. These are the energies that were trying to do this, and they all fucking failed. And this Queen of Cups, Empress energy, psychic healer, is gonna move forward and still get her 10 of Pentacles and 10 of Cups. And there ain't nothing they can do about it. That's how we ending it, collective. Peace out. I'll catch you later.